Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Phil Langworthy Music. So today what we're going to be talking about is the Enya XMari. So there's lots of really good reviews on the Enya XMari, but like from stevesterlacci.com, that's one of my favorite places to go for gear news. I recommend you guys go to that channel. One thing though that I haven't heard anybody talk about on this model is for how good it is. It's a seriously good, high quality, for cheap carbon fiber body. You know, it's got a nice neck, frets are finished. It's just amazing, the build quality. The thing that's not so great in it to me is, and this has been discussed at length, is the electronics, the quality of electronics and what you can do. It's just seriously limited. So I was thinking, well, what can we do to fix this? And so let's turn it over. And so usually on these Enyas, they have a speaker in them. I've taken the screws out of here, and we can take the back off. Put it over here. So one thing that you can see is there's a serious amount of real estate inside of here to do modifications. And so it's where the speaker usually would go. And when I see space like that, I think to myself, what could I put in there? And I've thought about it for a while, and then I bought a few different things to see if they would fit. And so basically, let's see what we come up with here. All right, so this is a really good example of something that you can get on Amazon for, approximately $50. This one happens to be a Jamlo ME4. There are lots of different, they're branded, it's probably the same Chinese company, but they're branded for stretch pipes. Soren is another brand that has a mini stomp, it's called. But the thing about this operating system and this device is that, for one thing, it can load NAM profiles. And so on the newest version of the Enya, the professional model, they look kind of like Strats. They have this 20-watt speaker in them, an upgraded operating system and effects, but they still can't load NAM profiles. So you would think they would be on top of that, because that's the future, right? It's the NAM profiles, and even the version 2 NAM profiles. So the thing about this Jamlo is it has hundreds of effects, well, over 100 effects and patches, and then it loads NAM profiles, but it also has a looper and a built-in drum machine. And so both of these switches, there's things you would look for is like, well, how easy is this to operate? What would it be like to operate on on your guitar while you're just basically like the new version that Enya came out with? These are momentary switches, and the circuit board, it turns out, inside here, if we take the back off, is pretty small, and it fits in the space we were just showing in the back of the Enya. So for the momentary switches, we can push these with our feet, with our fingers, whatever you want to do with it. But the momentary switches here, we can do that function on our pick guard if we want to. So you can get these on Amazon. They're very cheap, like $4 each, or maybe even less. The other thing that we could do is so the pick guard on the Enya XMari and the electronics in it, as far as the standard electronics, not the effects, the modeling, and all the stuff it has in there, but these pickups are really good. And we could go ahead and use this setup. We could drill 2 holes right here and put the buttons here if we wanted to. You put them up here. There's different places you could put them. And then you could actually use the same, leave everything here, and you could run, the input into the device and then out through the jack right here. So that would be good. That would be easy to do. But I just wanted to be able to restore it back to original if I wanted to, with nothing messed up in it. So what I did is, on Amazon, you can get these all day long for like $25 to $35, maybe even cheaper sometimes. But it's an incredible value, even for that. You've got split, configurations with your pickups that you can do. You can almost do any configuration you want just the way this comes. Plus, it has a stutter switch already. So just think, you know, like already there's a hole here to put one of the momentary switches. There's actually a momentary switch right here, but if I want to leave the stutter switch, you know, if you're into it or not, depends. But these holes are already drilled. I could put, you know, I could make this the way I wanted to, hardwire it, and have an option, and then just to have the two momentary switches if I wanted to. So anyway, that's the plan. So I'm basically going to mod this guitar out right here, and I'm going to put the Jamlo ME4 inside of it in the back, the new pick guard with the options to loop, do pickup, modeling configurations, and or have NAM, different NAM models loaded. You can control it all with two switches, so that's a bonus. And the other thing that you can do with the Jamlo ME4 is it has an app that you can control it on your phone. So even if you were playing and you want to maybe get in the moment, you can't tell where you are. If you had your phone somewhere, at least you could see, you know, where you are and what you needed to do. But basically, most people don't use more than 4 sounds, at the most 8 when they're playing anyway. And so you could have sounds built in with the ME4 where you just go sequentially through your set list if you wanted to too. So you wouldn't have to worry about it then. So that's it. So anyway, the next episode you'll see the finished product. I mean, he put a few pictures in there of what it was like building it. But that's it for this episode, and I want to thank you guys for watching if you made it this far. And a friend of mine, James Harris from Junkyard Fox, says, go out and get your boots dirty. I really like how he ends his videos, but for me, you know, the 50th anniversary and Ted Nugent and all that, I'm going to say, hey, practice till your fingers bleed. That was Ted's advice in the day. He's still around, so what can you say? Anyway, thank you, and we'll talk to you soon in the next episode.